If you're a new dad wondering what you can actually do with your newborn, I want to give you 5 simple ways to bond with your baby and start building that connection from day one. One thing that I realized is that it's easier for moms to bond with newborns, especially with things like breastfeeding and being in the womb for 9 months. I've actually got 3 little boys myself, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 7-month-old. And at the beginning, there were definitely times where I wasn't sure what to do or how to bond with my new baby. But these are just some things that I've learned over time and honestly wish I knew from the beginning. So I want to share them here with you so you can feel more confident and connected right from the start. All right, so number 1 on this list is skin to skin. This is where you hold your baby against your bare chest, usually with their diaper on and your shirt off, so your skin is directly touching theirs. Now, there's so many benefits to doing this, but here's generally what's happening when you do this. Your baby feels your warmth, hears your heartbeat, smells your scent. All of these things help regulate their temperature, heart rate, and even drops their levels of cortisol, which is a hormone that's released when you're stressed. And at the same time, your body is responding to the baby as well. Your cortisol levels drop and your body releases oxytocin, which is a hormone that's actually nicknamed the bonding hormone. And this is because it builds emotional connection, trust, and closeness between you and your baby. And another cool thing about skin to skin is that your baby is going to be exposed to the microbes on your skin. And these are just basically the good bacteria that live on your body. So when your baby comes into contact with them, it's actually going to help kickstart their own immune system. A recent article published in the journal Pediatrics and Child Health highlights research showing just how powerful skin-to-skin contact can be. It includes a randomized controlled trial from China where babies who received at least an hour of skin-to-skin per day for 14 days showed better brain activity, improved behavior, and stronger developmental outcomes compared to those who didn't. So the best position for skin-to-skin is going to be holding your baby upright against your chest with their head turned to the side so their airways always stay clear. You can sit back in a reclined position or lie down slightly propped up, whatever feels safe and comfortable for you. Studies show that around 60 minutes of continuous skin to skin has the strongest impact, but even shorter sessions are really beneficial. So number 2 is going to be tummy time. Tummy time is simply placing your baby on their stomach while they're awake and supervised, and it might not seem like a big deal, but this activity is actually going to play a big role in your baby's physical development, especially in building the muscle they'll need for things like lifting their head, rolling over, crawling, and even sitting up. At first, your baby might not love it, and that's totally normal. Their neck muscles are going to be really weak when they're new, and it can be a little uncomfortable for them. But through repeated practice during tummy times, babies are actually going to begin to develop intentional motor control. So this is going to be learning how to lift their head, shift their weight, coordinate their limbs, and all of this lays the foundation for crawling and other things. Starting with just a few minutes, a couple times a day, and slowly working your way up can make a big difference. One great way to make tummy time easier is to actually lay down in front of your baby. They'll be more motivated to lift their head to see your face. And this turns into a bonding moment as well. Tummy time also helps prevent flat spots from forming on the back of your baby's head. And this can happen when they spend too much time laying on their back. Plus, it gives them a chance to see the world from a different angle and start developing motor skills that set the stage for future milestones. And there's actually a lot of research backing up how important tummy time is. A large systematic review published in Pediatrics looked at over 4,000 infants across 16 different studies. They found that tummy time was consistently linked to better gross motor development, lower BMI scores, and fewer cases of flat head syndrome. Babies who spent more time on their tummies were better at skills like crawling, rolling, and lifting their heads. There's also a randomized control trial that studied how different amounts of tummy time each day impacted motor development and body composition. Infants were split into 3 groups, one getting less than 30 minutes, one getting 30 to 60 minutes, and one getting over 60 minutes a day. The researchers followed these babies for a year and found that more tummy time led to stronger motor skills and healthier body development overall. So even just a few minutes a day add up, and if you aim for a little bit more each week, you're giving your baby such a head start. Now, number 3 is going to be talking to your baby. Now, I know this one might feel silly at first, talking to someone who can't talk back, but trust me, this is one of the best things you can do for your newborn. From the moment they're born, babies' brains are wired to learn language, and every time you talk to them, whether it's during a diaper change, bath time, or just walking around the house, you're helping build the foundation for their brain development and communication skills. There was actually a study called the 30 million word gap, and this followed families over time and found something pretty crazy. By age 3, some kids had heard 30 million more words than others, and this was just from regular conversation at home. And that difference actually shaped their brain development, vocabulary, and even their success in school later on. It wasn't from fancy flashcards or programs, just everyday talking from mom and dad. And it's not just the number of words, it's actually the quality of your interaction. Harvard researchers talk about something called serve and return. And this is when your baby coos, makes a face, or gestures, and you respond with words, a smile, or even a touch. This back and forth connection builds neural connections in their brain and helps them learn social cues, language, and emotional regulation. So how do you actually do this? It's gonna be super simple. You could narrate your day. You can talk during routines like when you're feeding or dressing them. You can use baby talk, that voice we naturally do with babies. It actually turns out that it's super helpful for babies to learn. And most importantly, respond when they make sounds. If they coo back, this is actually how they learn. Conversation is a two-way street. Stanford researchers even found that by 18 months, babies who had heard more of this interactive speech could process language faster and had bigger vocabularies by age 2. That's how powerful this is. So yeah, it might feel a little awkward at first, but those little moments of conversations are building your baby's brain. Your voice is gonna be their favorite sound, and they're learning so much just from hearing you. Now, number 4 is gently massaging them and moving their limbs. This one also might seem simple, but it's one of the most underrated ways to help your baby grow, both physically and neurologically. Gently massaging and lightly moving their limbs like little stretches or bicycle kicks, it actually helps them become more aware of their own body. There's actually a whole field of research on this. Dr. Tiffany Field from the Touch Research Institute has done tons of study on infant massage. Her research actually found that babies who receive regular massages show faster neurological development, better motor coordination, and even gain weight more quickly, especially in the premature infants. That gentle touch helps increase vagal tone, which plays a key role in things like digestion, heart rate, and calming the nervous system. But it's not just relaxing your baby. These movements also support their brain and body connection. So when you move your baby's arms and legs, it's helping them develop what's called proprioception. And this is basically their sense of where their body is in space. This is foundational for balance coordination, motor skills, and actually helps with things like crawling, walking, and even is gonna help with their handwriting one day. This kind of touch also stimulates the release of oxytocin, the same bonding hormone we talked about earlier. This is the hormone that strengthens your emotional attachment and makes your baby feel safe and loved. It's not just soothing, it's actually building trust and laying the groundwork for secure attachment. And honestly, it's just a beautiful way to connect. Try it after a bath time or before bed when your baby is calm and alert. You can use a little bit of lotion or oil if you want. Just gently rub their arms, leg, back, or tummy, and do it in a slow, rhythmic motion. Even just a few minutes makes a difference. You can also do little movements like bicycle legs or gently stretching out their legs and arm. And the best part, you'll start to notice their responses, how they relax, kick back, or even make eye contact with you. That's bonding happening in real time. All right, the last one is gonna be number 5, getting outside with your baby. This one is so simple, but it's actually incredibly powerful. Just take your baby outside, whether it's a walk around the block, sitting on the porch, or even getting some sunlight near the window. Fresh air and natural light do wonders for both of you. Newborns are actually adjusting to life outside the womb, and one of the biggest challenges is learning the difference between day and night. Going outside actually helps regulate their circadian rhythm, and this is just their internal clock, and this is gonna help support better sleep at night. And trust me, any steps you can take for better sleep are a win for the whole family. There was a study published in the Journal of Perinatology that looked at premature babies in the NICU. Some were placed in rooms with natural daylight, while others were kept under constant artificial light. The babies who were exposed to real sunlight developed more stable sleep cycles, gained weight more quickly, and were even discharged from the hospital 5 days earlier on average. But it's not just about sleep. Nature is full of experiences for your baby, whether it's the sound of birds, the feeling of the breeze, or the leaves moving in the wind. These simple things help stimulate their brain development in a way that screens or indoor toys just can't replicate. For your baby, a tree swaying or a shadow on the ground is like a full-on nature documentary. And let's be real, it helps you too. Getting outside for even 10 minutes can help lower your stress, improve your mood, and shake off that cabin fever that builds up in those newborn weeks. Sometimes a short walk is all you need to reset your day. You don't need to go too far or make it complicated. Put them in a stroller or a baby carrier, layer them up if it's cold outside, and just go for it. Morning light is especially good for setting day-night patterns, but any time of the day works. It's a small thing, but those little outdoor moments, they're not just good for fresh air, they're helping your brain's body, brain, and sleep get in sync. And they're giving you both a much needed breath of fresh air. So these are 5 simple things you can start doing today to bond with your newborn. It's easy to feel unsure as a new dad. I've been there, but the truth is your presence means more than anything. You don't have to have all the answers or do everything perfectly. Just showing up, being engaged, and doing small things with intentionality goes such a long way in building a strong connection with your baby. If this video helped you out or gave you something new to try, let me know in the comments or share it with another dad who might need it. And if you want more tips on parenting, bonding, or just navigating fatherhood, make sure to subscribe. I've got more coming your way.